Sachs executive has bought Jeffrey Epstein's former Upper East Side mansion for more than $50 million. Man, if those walls could talk, I bet they'd commit suicide before they got the chance to talk.
The NFL has announced that the Super Bowl pregame show will feature Amanda Gorman, who recited her poem, The Hill We Climb, at the inauguration. The show will also feature Rob Gronkowski reciting his poem, The Man from Nantucket.
Gross. A new study by astronomers finds that the galaxy is not as black as previously thought after it was seen dating a white lady.
No. This is worse. A new Halloween costume being sold this year is for sexy hand sanitizer, which I think is just lube. Oh, man. In an effort to end his long-standing feud with Dwayne Johnson, Vin Diesel posted an open letter on Instagram. Of course, for Vin Diesel, an open letter is just a C. A sheriff's officer in Indiana went into an elementary school to jokingly hand out tickets to students using the phrase 6'7". Everyone had a good laugh. Then he pulled out his gun and said, "Now tell me what it means."
And finally, a new documentary that analyzed Adolf Hitler's DNA shows he suffered from a disease which leads to lower testosterone levels, undescended testicles, and a micropenis, traits inherited by his secret grandson.
Retailers are saying that the top kids' costumes for Halloween this year are the K-pop demon hunters, or as it's sold at Spirit Halloween, Asian singing murderers. Visitors to...
Do it.
Officials are saying this year's fall foliage season will end sooner and will have more muted colors. Cool, guess I'll just kill myself then. Argentine President Javier Milei, seen here asking if he makes you horny, baby, met with President Trump at the White House this week, where Trump announced he's sending $40 billion to Argentina. Because if history is any guide, a lot of Trump officials will end up fleeing to Argentina. Okay, one clap. In the Clinton...
Republican Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina announced the launch of an exploratory committee for a 2024 presidential run. That name again is Tim Scott, as in Tim Scott. No chance of being a nominee.
The New York City Department of Sanitation has launched its first campaign in 15 years with messages such as, "If you litter, you're garbage," which is actually dialed back from the original version, "Your litter belongs in the trash next to your whore wife." I just have to say, in general, I don't really believe in conspiracies because as a member of the Illuminati, I know that we, the lizard people, control everything. And it's really hard to believe that Trump was so oblivious that he didn't notice his good friend was running an international pedophile ring. Though I guess Trump is the one guy on earth who thinks YMCA is a straight anthem.
President Trump attended a Washington Commanders game on Sunday, and I guess he hasn't been to one in a while because he showed up in redskin.
The White House has introduced a new plan to put nutrition labels on the front instead of the back. So to give you an idea of the overall health of Americans, we're too lazy to do this. It was announced that by 2025, New York will install cameras in every subway car. I thought it was illegal to put cameras in bathrooms.
Singer R. Kelly was found guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking this week, but won't be sentenced until next May, after R. Kelly's lawyers successfully negotiated one more school year. In the wake, in the wake of the R. Kelly verdict, there's a growing movement online to force music streaming services to remove his music. I mean, after all, streaming is basically what got him in trouble in the first place.
A group of hikers in Great Britain had to be rescued when they got lost after taking psychedelic mushrooms. More embarrassing, they never actually left the house. And police in Australia arrested a man after he was caught at a bus stop masturbating for over an hour. Australia, where the police let you finish.
Republican Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina announced the launch of an exploratory committee for a 2024 presidential run. That name again is Tim Scott, as in Tim Scott, no chance of being a nominee. What happened to you, man? Doctors in China transplanted a genetically modified pig liver into a man who lived for 171 days after the procedure. The liver will now be sent to a special facility for experimental animal organs. Skims has introduced a new line of thong underwear called Ultimate Bush, which features synthetic pubic hair, and I know a guy who could wear it as a scarf. Netflix is producing a sequel to the 1990s Cosby Show spinoff, A Different World, about students at an HBCU, which of course stands for Help! Bill Cosby's Undressing!
A Jeopardy contestant this week was forced to quit social media after people said his mustache looks like Hitler's. The contestant said he's so mad he's had it up to here.
According to a new report, by 2035, more than half of the world's population will be just how I like them. A photo has gone viral of a 98-year-old woman in Kentucky meeting her first great-great-great-grandchild. Well, I wish I had gotten to meet my great-great-great-grandmother so I could have told her, don't get on that boat! Have debunked claims that an unwanted pregnancy can be terminated with high doses of vitamin C. Well, that's the last time I asked a woman to stay over for breakfast, Colin.
No. Newspapers dropped the cartoon strip effective immediately, and to rub it in, they're replacing Dilbert with Peanuts' Oops All Franklin. Dilbert creator Scott Adams' racist rant was in response to the results of a poll that asked respondents the question, is it okay to be white? Oh, I'd say it's more than just okay. The Surgeon General is warning that children are joining social media at too young an age, and they should wait until they're at least 16, when they're hotter.
A self-described anti-woke beer company has created a calendar which features, quote, the most beautiful conservative women in America, which is just a polite way of saying flat asses. All right.
Scientists are saying that by using new gene editing technology, they could bring back the extinct Christmas Island rat. Or not. The other option is not. Health officials in Washington, D.C. confirmed that a fox that bit a congressman near the Capitol had rabies. Officials suspect the fox contracted rabies when it was bitten by Marjorie Taylor Greene. A new report shows that the state with the highest obesity rate in the country is Mississippi. It's gotten so bad, doctors had to remove its foot.
I'm surprised you didn't get it.
Oh, my God. One of Hugh Hefner's former girlfriends revealed that the Playboy Mansion is haunted. She knew it was haunted because if you turn on a black light, you see ectoplasm everywhere. Florida police discovered a meth lab on the 15th floor of a luxury condo building, which in Florida is something they list in the brochure. Well, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, seen here watching a child fall into the gorilla enclosure. McConnell has agreed to a deal to temporarily raise the debt ceiling through early December. And then at that point, it'll be almost Christmas, and McConnell will be busy going around to Toys for Tots bins and gluing them shut. In a new interview, Bono reveals that he never liked the name U2, adding, "I also kind of hate Ireland."
A judge ruled that Texas Governor Greg Abbott's executive order banning mask mandates in school violated the Americans with Disabilities Act. Because in Texas, you have to treat the disabled with care and respect until the day you execute them.
Actress Gina Carano was fired from The Mandalorian after sharing controversial anti-Semitic posts on social media. Yeah, I don't know if Star Wars is the authority on what's anti-Semitic. Remember that desert junk dealer from Phantom Menace?
During a pro-Trump rally in Washington, D.C., protesters burned Black Lives Matter signs at 2 historic black churches. You know, I don't want to be too judgmental here, but at some point when you're setting fires at black churches, you got to stop and ask yourself, hey, am I the bad guy here? The FDA has authorized a vaccine from New Jersey-based company Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson will now pair the vaccine with needles from New Jersey's #1 syringe supplier, The Beach. Well, yeah, that's fine.
This week marks the 65th anniversary of Rosa Parks refusing to give up her seat on an Alabama bus. And I just wish that all black people could follow her example of sitting down and shutting up. 15 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine have been delayed following an ingredient mix-up at the factory. But the good news is now your shampoo might cure COVID. Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz is back in the news, but this time it's good. I'm kidding, it's still the sex stuff. Matt Gaetz, who looks like all the dudes from American Pie combined, reportedly sent $900 on Venmo to an alleged sex trafficker who then forwarded that same exact amount to 3 young women in payments labeled tuition and school, which, if true, would make him the only congressman actually helping with student loans.
Some Democrats are demanding the Senate put an end to the filibuster rule, which some call a Jim Crow relic. Also a Jim Crow relic, some senators.
It was announced that Stormy Daniels will appear on Michael Cohen's podcast. Worse, Michael Cohen will appear in a Stormy Daniels movie. The creator of Full House is selling his Beverly Hills mansion, which was built on the site of a Manson family murder. Wow, it is crazy to think that house has connections to a sick, twisted criminal. I'm sure she's fine.
Oh, boy. A 102-year-old woman from New York who survived the 1918 Spanish flu has now beat coronavirus twice. But sadly, she was no match for my car. According to Google, the top Halloween costume searches this year are for Witch, Dinosaur, and Harley Quinn. Or you can combine all 3 by going as Kellyanne Conway. The late Maya Angelou has become the first black woman featured on The Quarter, which is not what black people mean when we demand change. Fun one.
Bud Light has introduced new flavors of its hard seltzers for the holiday season, including Apple Crisp, Peppermint Patty, and Ginger Snap. Though it's hard to taste the flavor when you're so drunk, you reach for a Bud Light Peppermint Patty. And hey guys, fun tip, you can also make your own Bud Light Peppermint Patty at home by combining scope and vodka. It was reported that mothers in California are trying to pass on COVID vaccine antibodies to their children by making them smoothies with their breast milk. Oh sure, but when I ask for that, I'm escorted out of Jamba Juice.
Scientists have trained a goldfish to drive a car. They believe it's the first step to eventually training women.
Video evidence of the violence on January 6th showed that Senator Mitt Romney and Vice President Pence both had close calls with rioters. So let me get this straight. You're a white supremacist mob, and you go after these guys. The two whitest guys I could think of. They make me look like Ice-T. California Governor Gavin Newsom, who asks his barber for the American Psycho. He has announced a complete reopening plan that critics are saying is just a distraction from the governor's many scandals. It's a move that has other governors asking, did it work? McDonald's has introduced a new sandwich that combines beef, fish, and chicken that they're calling the land, air, and sea. Wait, is air the chicken? Does McDonald's think chickens fly? Or do they think this is a chicken?
New York City steakhouse Peter Luger has partnered with Madame Tussauds to filling its dining room with wax figures of celebrities during the pandemic. So now you can enjoy a steak with Jimmy Fallon, or have a dessert with Audrey Hepburn, or have a drink with, oh no, Bill Cosby.
NASA's rover Perseverance successfully landed on Mars and has started a Twitter account to send back updates. First it was, I'm safe on Mars. Then collected first soil sample. And then, oh no, why is there no White History Month? Wow, I really figured out Twitter fast. This is fun. A Canadian woman was fined more than $25,000 for illegally importing bull semen. Meanwhile, in the U.S., bull semen is sold legally under the name White Claw.
Pfizer announced that it has developed an antiviral pill that can reduce hospitalization among COVID patients by nearly 90%. And even better, it makes you harder than trigonometry.
Residents in Rome are upset after a wild boar and her 6 piglets were killed on a playground near the Vatican. But it's like they say, nothing good ever happens on a playground near the Vatican. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
The World Cup draw was held Friday, and Team USA will first face Paraguay. The U.S. team is heavily favored to beat Paraguay with the help of their star players, Ice. Singer will.i.am announced that he is developing a new face mask that will come with an air filter, Bluetooth, and noise-canceling earbuds. Or, hear me out, just get the vaccine, man. I like will.i.am, but if you don't make another hit soon, you're going to be Will I Was. Cruz would have returned from Mexico even sooner, but it took him like 40 minutes to get out of a hammock. Melania Trump revealed that the theme of this year's White House Christmas decorations is America the Beautiful, which is a big change from her previous theme, Eyes Wide Shut.
A popular new hashtag among teenagers is simp, which describes boys who are overly nice to girls they like. As in, only a simp would flee a disaster just because his wife wanted to go to Cancun. Okay, that's awesome. Sorry, that's awesome.
7-Eleven is now selling the popular Japanese-style egg salad sandwich, which is just a regular egg salad sandwich with very strict parents.
A group of hikers in Great Britain had to be rescued when they got lost after taking psychedelic mushrooms. More embarrassing, they never actually left the house. And police in Australia arrested a man after he was caught at a bus stop masturbating for over an hour. Australia, where the police let you finish. Southwest Airlines has introduced a new feature on its app that lets passengers track their bags. Southwest, why don't you tell us where your bag is? Boeing announced that the head of their troubled 737 MAX program is leaving the company after he was sucked out of an emergency exit. Warner Brothers Brothers is producing a new movie in which Superman is black. In this version, black Superman's kryptonite is an honest day's work.
A bat used by Jackie Robinson was sold at auction for more than $1 million. The bat is considered to be so valuable because Robinson used it as an all-star game and also to get back to his car safely. A worker on a cruise ship heading to Alaska was arrested for attacking 3 passengers with scissors. He was eventually subdued by a passenger with rock.
That's so dumb. In a speech after annexing sections of Ukraine, Vladimir Putin attacked the U.S. for Satanism and denounced the many genders in fashion in the West. It was a hateful, unhinged speech which has many Americans calling him electable.
Hurricane Ian hit Florida this week, and Governor Ron DeSantis called it a 500-year flooding event. In fact, it's such a historic tragedy that DeSantis won't let them teach about it in Florida schools.
Jenny Thomas, who's begging you to notice the scarf, so she can say, oh, this old thing? Reportedly told the committee that her husband was unaware of her involvement in challenges to the 2020 election, and they never discuss any case before the court. And if there's one thing I believe, it's that this guy doesn't talk to his wife. This week's Epstein documents are obviously very dark and disturbing, but I also think it's kind of adorable that Epstein's email address was JeeVacation@gmail. It's like if Jeffrey Dahmer's was DinnerTimeJeff at Yahoo.